Saturday Showdown. T1 versus Genji Esports.
But as the players get better and better at it, it just feels so good. As we're picking Sivir into Jarvan, yes, it's good into Bard, but I'm not sure about it against the rest of the comp.
Yeah, we've seen so many times the Sivir picked into the Bard because you can spell shield the Tempered Fate. It's very safe, but you know, when you're an AD carry, if you're thinking about Tempered Fate as your win con, you know, I can shut that down, then your comp has other issues, I think.
Yeah.
The Jarvan is going to smash this Sivir. There's so many types of CC, there's so many ways to pop that spell shield, they only have one opportunity to use that. I think this comp really is more about trying to set up the mid prio so the Pantheon has a little bit more agency to roam around the map and make those ganks happen in side lanes with this Ambessa. But I think in terms of team fights, I really like more what D plus Kia put together here.
We're ready. It's DK versus Bro for game number 1. Yeah, I mean, the stats don't lie, do they? The percentage is absolutely accurate. We're taking a look at some of the runes that we have here.
Love these trades, man. Even if you hit me. Paulo, where are you going?
Yeah, he was going very far up the lane. I'm not sure exactly why, but
swap down here. Was losing the lane before, then loses the lane in the swap. And so D Plus just running this early game from Prio alone.
The league.
Break with tradition.
Yeah.
All-in attempt from Morgan there. He's like, well, I at least got to get his health. I don't think he thinks he can...
gold deficits from the lane, so Bro have that going for them. As Paulo's just going to throw out the ult here, and the Mega Cone out from Lucid means that we don't have the Magnet Storm coming in from the side of Paulo, but we have the rest of the engage. The Shockwave going to hit Barrel only, as now Lucid is totally fine, and everybody's baited into the Aurora ult. In comes Lucid with the Mega Cone engaged. They try to turn onto him. A lot of CC comes out from him, but that's going to be about it, as he does go down, as eventually Paulo as well will follow suit. Really, the only question is when, as that'll be the win for DK in this fight. As down he goes, the kill goes to Barrel. A little dive on a Showmaker, but he's totally fine, and Krakos is dead! Looks like a dive went horrifically wrong in the bottom lane.
This is Showmaker just trying to get back to lane. The timing of this is it's just off, and the stun here onto Krako as he goes for the engage under turret Ragro, and now I don't even want to know what's going on down here.
Yeah, Apollo a bit zoned, and yeah, Barrel gonna take that kill, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're desperately trying to get in here and challenge this Rift Herald. I mean, they're even gonna redemption it, as it looks like it's just going to be up to the eye hit. It goes over to Lucid, barely. He's got a Mega Cone to get in and get the eye and get out as he's Jarvan. Nice little Mission Impossible play there from Lucid on usage. So I've actually enjoyed it myself this game, which is a rare sight. You know, the Rel is not really going to be able to threaten Corki ever. This is what happens when you blind pick the Rel again. As now we're going to get another Tempered Fate in. This Barrel wants to not take the redemption, actually. They want to just get away from this one. Morgan TP's into the fight, but he's not really doing anything, just has to run away.
Tipper's going to do a lot of damage on the zone here as well. Herald gets dropped here. This turret is just gone, and they might even be able to get the inner as well. They're grouped for it. Charge is going to go through. I think if they hold this, they will regret it. Palu looking for a flank here, but is seen.
I mean, you're playing into Bard as well. Like, Barrel can set up this fight with an ult if need be, if you're going to get it very low. The engage, though, goes on a Showmaker, and the Temper Fate is late. Same time, though, Morgan just going to be picked off for some reason on the top side. Looks like Aiming and Lucid were able to catch him. Exhaust comes in on a Krako. Now massive Aurora ult on a 4. Catches everyone, and they try to turn on a Shiu. He just gets away, and the ticking damage is insane. Everybody's super low. Hype can't do enough. He has to be in melee range. Krako falls as well. And it's not a leash Otacon, but it's going to be Otacon still for DK on top of a gigantic fight. You're feeling pretty good. Aiming is just Valkyrieing into Ambessa and not caring at all. Lucid looking for the kill now on a Morgan as he immediately turns that one around. Morgan gonna have the redemption as well. Misses his ult though. Shiu just runs in and dies. Does get a big ult himself, but now both the top laners down. Barrel is out, and that is not the ult we were looking for, Paulo, as he is immediately just going to be pummeled by Lucid, and the damage from this Corki is just obscene, as finally Showmaker gonna join the fight, flash W's, and gets the pick off, and that will be Chemtech Soul for DK. Also, that Krako's down 2 levels on the Pantheon. You know, this is a big prio pick right now in the LCK. As speaking of which, the Pantheon is bot lane. We'll see if they can even kill Xiu. He's desperately trying to get to the other side. And yes, he goes down. But you're giving over this as Palu does have Smite.
He does have Smite. He will be able to potentially try to get over the wall here.
Pantheon has his ult, but I feel like it's a little bit too little too late. Palu, it's going to come down to you as he goes over the wall, and it's not going to go to you at all.
Damn, some monsters, Rel. Sadly for him.
Okay. Not the best magical journey, but it's just okay. Closer just, okay, he's dead up on the top lane. And meanwhile, Beryl actually baited this a little bit. We got Tibbers in here. Showmaker says, I can take the 1v4. It's fine.
E+?
I have Zhonya's. And the rest of the team is trying to come on over here. And by the rest of the team, I mean Lucid. And the TP is coming in. I suppose that's why he kept on going on this. No flag available for Lucid. Now he gets it back. As now we've got the Aurora back in the fight. And immediately it is going to be the long-term bait and switch here. As triple kill comes through. And, well, the disengage cone does come in. But that's fine as D+Kia will just push mid.
Protecting this side laning. Over here, like, Beryl's just reminding everyone, not all who wander are lost, Valdez. Just getting some additional information for his team to then overextend so that Xiu can respawn in 10 seconds, TP behind them, and win the fight. Showmaker's like, I'm buying time. Xiu, I'm big up him, my top laner, as in live, we're having a bit of a tussle. But I want to see Xiu clean up again. Oh, this is boring.
Oh, we got to see the Pantheon losing. You know, that's very important for morale here at the LCK. As the engage from Palu once again not quite in, and the damage out of Xiu now is just disgusting. Level 17, big shockwave comes in, but I think they're just a bit too far behind as Beryl is eventually going to go down, but everybody else just gets blown to smithereens. It's a quadra for aiming at the end of this one, and that will be game number 1. Going the way of D+Kia. 11-0 was aiming on the Corki, who absolutely just took over the game. As that'll do it at 30 minutes, DK take the win.
This is a breakdown of what happened in the game.
I'd like to draw attention to my top laner, who seemingly has learned to not just go in and die on Aurora, which I think I am a big fan of. I also want to draw attention to my mid laner, who did an exceptional job when his laning phase hasn't always been the greatest this year.
Is he actually going to do it? Can handle the Wukong and the Rakan very, very nicely. Especially because those two have a ton of synergy together.
Yeah.
And Jinjana seems like a pretty strong lane, but he's just going to go with the Alistar or the Nautilus.
Nautilus is what I expected. Very strong in the Zeri. It's been one of the oldest counter picks in the book. Rumble presses R on top of her, and Ahri gets in there and charms her.
Yeah.
And Jin shoots from far away, and you're like, okay, well, that's kind of your win con down the drain. So Hype has to rely so much on closer Krako in these team fights. Palu, to a lesser extent as well, he can be a great follow-up to the Wukong. It's been one of the strongest duos we saw when Wukong started to rise to popularity as the Wukong Rakan. My biggest concern is the way this draft came together for Bro didn't feel very confident.
Guys, we are ready to hop onto the rift for game number 2. Let's do it. 13-2 now. Looking to lock down the Rakan here, expecting the grand exit, and there is going to be the flash from Palu just to be 100% sure.
Yeah, he's got a coffee machine right back there. He's brewing.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
You can make it out, right?
Yeah. Ooh, equalizer here, level 6, and oh no, Morgan, not like this. As the evidence from Degon not really coming to fruition.
Right before his coffee was done!
Although crazy Krako? No, just the TP.
Yeah, that's... This matchup can...
Yeah, I don't really think you can fight this. They're trying to get on top of Xiu, though, as the equalizer comes down, and immediately Bro is like, well, we got to turn around now. Bit of damage is done to Xiu, as in comes the Spirit Rush. Krako trying to engage. The rest of the team not able to follow up at all, as the charm comes through after the flash here. And now finally we have Closer coming on in. Morgan has to flash the wall himself, but bit of extra damage comes in from Showmaker. Flash on him with the Q. Gets the kill on a Krako. And he did get the 1 kill. He got the 2 stacks on his Dark Seal already. As Subjugate going to be utilized here. They want to fight big time. Lucid just running in a straight line at them. As now we have the hook to come in. Palu forced to engage onto the Ahri. That's not going to work out. As now Hype 1v3. We do have the knockback is huge from Closer. But a bit of damage over the wall. And Hype is all alone. The charm comes in. And yes, they lost their Nautilus. As Closer now wants to do a bit more. It looks like they should be able to take out Lucid, or maybe not, actually. The flash over the wall, and he is going to be just fine. And even Showmaker just playing with his food, just making room for aiming to push them away. And D+ get away with way too much in that fight.
They get so much out of this.
Right.
It's like there were so many reasons why Showmaker should not have walked out alive.
Yeah, I was wondering where you're going with that one. As now, even holding on to the subjugation, says Lucid, they don't even need that, as that's going to be another kill and 2 more stacks for Showmaker. This game is already...
It has caught up with him a little bit. We'll get more on the comp later, as we are going to have a bit of a fight here on Herald.
All right, they're engaging onto the Trundle. Definitely not the right choice here, as Krako getting extremely low. Might live because of the redemption. So much going down, but no, he's going to fall. The Rift Herald also goes over to DK, and it's kind of a lackluster attempt from Bro to try to fight over this objective. They wanted to sneak it away, and instead they're going to end up losing a bunch of lives, plus the objective, which is going to be summoned here in the mid lane.
And I mean, is that just it? Did Bro just get 2-0'd, like with not even a whimper? It feels in this entire series. I guess so. You know, this is not the Bro we saw crush D+ the last 2 times. He's gonna get another charge here.
Easy.
Top
the angle.
Bye-bye.
But wait, it was already dead. Use it again.
Shiu is like getting insane value of his passive, hitting turrets with auto attacks.
Just the fact that it's already online is it's just not okay. Krako gonna have to flash away. That's not what you want to do on the Wukong. So now Bro are like, well, we got to do something, right? We're gonna go in. We're gonna try to take the fight, but instead it just leads to total disaster, because they're not even going to get Beryl. It just seems kind of very half-hearted at the moment. Is now the flash on in, they're gonna get the clone.
Shiu just not even here, by the way. Just want to point that out. He shows up now.
Yeah, Morgan is just dead as well on top of it all. Had his flash, didn't even bother to use it, he knows.
Find yourself behind. He had that one opportunity to get accelerated. He failed. This is going to be a bit late.
Yeah, they're at least going to get the knockback, but he still had Celestial opposition. So Beryl's like, yeah, cool story. Pillar's going to come down. Now he's going for the re-engage. And even if he goes down, they're all baited into this fight big time. Exhaust goes down onto the Trundle, who really does not care about that at all. The Showmaker just stacking up more and more Magi stacks as if he needed any more. Lucid going to steal that kill, but he's still going to hit 20. And this game was over before this fight, but DK really putting the final nail in the coffin.
There's more than just an inhibitor at stake. Is Shiu maybe losing a bounty?
Hide on Bush. As he flashes on in, Hype is dead 100%. Shiu looking for more. Thankfully, there's a lot of people here.
I mean, Closer picks up 1,000 gold, but they're on that Otacon. But then Shiu's like, you want 1,000 gold for your Zeri? I'm just not going to allow that. Sure, it gets picked up here by the Talia, which is still a big win. I think I predict DRX against Bros. Closer goes for Hail Mary. Beryl celestially opposed to being picked off.
All right, well, we got TPs coming in. Shiu is right here. This is an excellent angle for the equalizer. He hits all 3 of them. And now he is actually going to get knocked up before that Zhonya's does go off. I believe he had that, which is why he was so aggressive. And yeah, doesn't matter because the rest of the team is here. And they will do enough damage to take them down eventually. As Lucid, very tanky, can just kind of dive the turret. But with the Maiden there, actually, he's taking a bit more damage than I expected. Nice ghoulie wall to come in, but Showmaker is here with 25 stacks on the Magi's, and this game, guys, is over, and has been over for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, certainly one of the faster games here this week as D+ decimate OK Savings Bank Breon, and a match that means very little for D+, and a match that for Bro meant almost everything. The series that you point to the B&K series last week, but 2 back-to-back puts them on a 3 just a few weeks ago.
All right, well, nice celebration from Lucid. 21,000 damage to Shiu. The game didn't last long enough to do like 1K DPM, you know?
Yeah.
But it was still a ridiculous number for the guy. And it was back-to-back Dragon Souls that went over to DK. Like every objective just went over to them.
And Bro just did not take fights decisively. Lucid will take the POM, and I think I'm totally okay with this, actually. I'm totally okay with this. I'm totally okay with Shiu, who I voted for. I'm also totally okay with Showmaker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can see that it looks very new. You got okay. Probably stole it from Ox. Like, we didn't see Ox there, right? Yeah. So, I hope he's okay.
I hope Ox is
I hope he's
actually
okay.
drag him out back or something.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Lucid on the side of D plus Kia, the king of Rise. You got your payback from your defeat last round against the Bros. How do you feel? You know, in the last matches, I feel like we definitely underperformed, and it was quite painful, but I think we did so well today and got the 2-0. Makes me very happy. And this is your second POM in a row. So how do you feel about your own performance lately? I feel like since the last match, I feel that I've been performing very well. And I think I just really have to focus on maintaining this sort of performance from now. And in game 1, after giving Pantheon away, you took Jarvan. And last time, you took Pantheon and took Xin Zhao. So can you walk us through your strategy of taking Jarvan this time? You know, Pantheon as a champion, you have to utilize him very well. And I feel like he has a high difficulty when it comes to it. And I just felt like I can definitely counter the opponent, especially with Jarvan today. So I think that's what we were trying to go for today. And you're actually undefeated in 3 games with Jarvan. So how are you so good? I feel like, yeah, I've reviewed a lot of VODs while playing and practicing a lot of Jarvan. And I put in a lot of effort, and I think that definitely helped with my proficiency with him. Did you happen to notice that the Korean analyst does that Jarvan 20? That's something that we had called you. Do you like it? I think it's great. And your Jarvan really shined in this replay. Can you walk us through how you positioned and everything else? Well, first of all, I think we picked one on each side and we're trying to team fight. And I think we just really tried to stay focused to clean up until the very end. I just honestly, in the end, I don't think the Jarvan did too much here though. The Jarvan was the one who led the team to win the team fight. Don't you agree, fans? And in game 2, the enemy tried targeting the Trundle from start to end, and you absorbed all the attempts and survived. So, what did you try to focus on against Wukong? I feel like Wukong, the moment you get your first kill and your first items, I think that's when Wukong starts power spiking. So I really try to make sure that I'm able to take that first victory in the first team fight. And after the last match, Coach CV Max had high praises for you. And he mentioned that you guys are constantly coming up with a way to try new things. So is there any advice that he gave you that stuck with you? He told me to play more proactively. And I was actually told to treat my teammates as if they're lower tier, lower ranks. So I think I just had to really try to coddle them and try to make sure that I can take care of them. And I think that actually worked out really well. So, any message to CB Max? Yeah. I'm so grateful that you taught me a lot of different things, and I hope that we can stay energized to finish off the rest of the season strong. And now the only remaining match is against DNF, so what mindset will you play until the end? I think I want to make sure that we'll focus on keeping our performance and keep on working on improving it so that we are ready for the plans. And that's the end of the interview with Lucid, and back to the space. Thank you.